Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. Today we're talking about measuring our success by what we learn on the journey to get where we're going. And it's important because so often we're so focused on where we're trying to get to, we don't stop and see the things that are going on the way. We don't look at the lessons we're learning on the journey. We don't look at who we're becoming as we're moving forward. And so I want to talk about that because ultimately, what helps you become successful is the things you learn and who you become on the journey to get there. And sometimes we get so focused on getting there, we're not paying attention to the lessons we're learning, and we're not stopping to enjoy ourselves and smell the roses on the way. We're so driven about get there, get there, get there. We miss all of the key things that are moving us there, and all of the indicators and all of the changes of who we've become, where you start out and where you end up as you're growing into being someone that can do what it is you want to achieve. You're rarely the same person when you come out the other end, And a lot of times people talk about that and they talk about it a little different. They talk about how people change when they become successful. If you have friends that you're friends with when you start your journey, if you're lucky, some of those people are still your friends when you leave. But a lot of times, when you get there, but a lot of times those people aren't your friends anymore. You've gathered new friends, you've moved in a different direction, and you have new people that you're working with. And it's not so much that you don't want to be with them because, you still love them. It's that you've become a different version of yourself. You've become the best version of yourself, the version of yourself that can actually achieve what it is that you set out to achieve, right? And that best version of yourself isn't doing a lot of the things that you used to do, right? You're doing new things now. You're doing things that help you move into where you want to be. And sometimes getting there and becoming those new things, the new person, isn't going to jive with the people you were with. So maybe you were someone that you always let your friends talk down about you and say things about you because you were, someone that they could pick on. And then all of a sudden, you understand now, mindset is catching. You understand that all that negativity doesn't serve you. Yes, exactly. It's hard to move out of your comfort zone with friends. Thank you, Lorraine. That's perfect. Exactly. Exactly. Because your friends expect you to stay who you always were. As you're growing and changing, you're not going to be that person anymore. You're going to start changing. You're going to start becoming that better version of yourself. You're going to stop putting yourself down, and you're going to stop tolerating when others put you down. You're going to stop all of the gossiping because you have work to do. You have things to do. You don't have time to sit around gossiping. You don't want to hang out in the corner no more, right? There's things you want to do because you're moving ahead. You have to pay attention to your needs. And that means you're going to be growing and you're going to be changing. And yes, exactly. Lorraine said it perfectly. You have to put yourself first. You have to learn to put what you need first and loving you first. And that doesn't mean you love your friends any less. You're just loving you first. And then you're sharing out of a place of love and not desperation and need. And that's a huge difference from where you probably were before that, right? So it changes how you interact with people. And the people that are your friends that are ready will interact with you that way. But some of your friends are going to act like, I don't know, you ever seen crabs in a barrel, right? You put a bunch of crabs in the barrel and you don't have to worry about them getting out the barrel. Because if there's several crabs in that barrel, any crab that tries to get out is going to be pulled down by the other crabs. Nobody's getting out. They're all keeping each other in the barrel. And sometimes your friends can be like that. And they don't mean no harm a lot of times. Like sometimes they think they're helping you or protecting you. And sometimes they just don't think you're enough. Sometimes they don't believe it's possible. You, however, are growing. And so you have to stop and think about and watch and put your attention on that growing, because you're not going to reach your destination if you're not growing and if you're not stepping out and if you're not putting your attention on hitting your milestones to make the journey. And that means that you're constantly changing, right? You're focusing on your journey, but if you only focus on the destination, you miss it because there's so much that changes about you. You become more of who you want to be the more you lean into it. And the more you surround yourself, right, with people that get you, that want to be doing what you're doing, the easier you make it for you to be on your journey. So, yeah, surround yourself with people who support your growth. Surround yourself with people that want to see you succeed and who are trying to succeed for themselves, and give them props, right? Because the more you all can help each other on your journey, the more you all grow together. Watching your journey gives you signposts and it gives you signs so that you can see where you've moved ahead, and you can see it. Because sometimes when you're just trying to get to the goal, trying to get to the goal, trying to get to the goal, and you're not paying any attention to the journey, when it gets really hard and you start to feel stuck, you may not see your progress. But if you've been paying attention to the journey, to where you're going and how you're getting there, then you can see, wait a minute, I used to be like this and now I'm here. Like I know when I first did a Facebook Live, I was shaking and I didn't know how I was going to get through it. And I had to do it over 3 times because I kept messing up the tech. And I couldn't figure out, even though I thought I knew what to say, I couldn't quite get words out. It was just a mess. My first one was a mess. Now it's easy because I've grown in the process to get comfortable and more comfortable and more comfortable getting on camera and talking. So even when I'm not feeling at my best, I can get on camera and I can talk and not be afraid to be seen, and that wasn't always true. That wasn't always true. Hey Tish, how you doing? It's good to see you, girl. I'm so happy you're here. Woohoo! Yeah, it's a wonderful thing as you learn to grow into knowing that you don't have to be there, right? When you set the journey and you say, this is where I want to be and this is what I want to grow into, knowing that you don't have to already be at that place, that you're going to grow into it and become it as long as you keep moving toward it, is so freeing. And you learn so much as you're moving through that process. So, yeah, it's not just the destination. There are so many steps you take in the process that get you there. There are so many mindset shifts you make. There are so many brave steps you take. There are so many skills you learn that once you get there, it's a whole different you. It's the you that you could have been. It's the you that you knew you could have been all along. And now you're it, right? Because when you have that dream, that's your invitation to go do it. And once you start doing it, you got it. And you wouldn't have had the dream if you didn't have the potential to achieve it. But you got to take the steps. And sometimes it's baby steps, but you always get there as long as you keep taking the steps. So pay attention to your journey, right? Because it's not all about then you get there. Enjoy your journey. Enjoy your stuff you're learning on the way there. That is going to help you get there. That's going to be what takes you over the top. And you can enjoy life while you're going, right? You don't have to wait till you get there to enjoy all the success. Enjoy every little successful step along the way, because it's going to make it that much more fun, and it's going to make it that much more likely you reach your final goal. That's my message for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you got it. Amy, it's good to see you here. Thank you for showing up. It's nice to have you on board. I'm really excited. I'm really happy. And I'm really glad to share this message with you guys. And I hope you got something out of it. I'll talk to you on the other side. All right. Thanks for being here. Bye, guys.